Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for Victor Allen's New Sports. His own unique look at sports. Here's the man the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Here's Vic. Yeah. Yeah. That's the virtual girls cheering for you.
Notice I didn't switch the camera over because it doesn't do any good. Okay, you guys, this is New Sports. And, I was joking around with you when we was talking about Hootie. And
no one got it, by the way. The chat room, they're like, they all were saying the same as me. We thought you were talking about, Cuba Gooding Jr.
I know you were sitting up here going, it's Hootie Johnson, president CEO over Augusta National. And, 10 years ago, this is not the lead-in story, but I'm just giving you the before I get to the main story. 10 years ago, a young lady submitted, for an application to, have that first female golfer. So it's taken 10 years to get to the point where they say, Condoleezza, you're going to be one of our own. And I thought that was wonderful.
Why her? Okay. All right.
See, so
I don't want to be a hater.
So all I'm saying is it a big step? Let me tell you right offhand. I'm not proud of it at all in how long it has taken to get to that point because of the impact that women's sports have had on our culture.
You're supposed to.
It's terrible. I give him a D.
Well, what if you went, Vic? That's what I'm saying. What if you were selected for whatever reason to be the first in one of these places, right? Are you supposed to act like you're supposed to be all happy to be this? I have all these mixed feelings.
Well,
when I walk in, are you supposed to go, ooh, well, thank you so much for letting me be part of your club. I'll just kiss your ass.
But you can't have it both ways.
I don't know how to respond to that. I wonder what other people would do. Would you be happy?
There have been people who have been in the sport, who actually play, who want to be part of it. There are people who have had associates, people who are friends. There's not a wedge here where everybody who's part of it don't associate with others players.
Well, what would you do?
I'd go in. You know why? I'd go in.
Well, I know, but how would you feel about it? I think I'd go in. I'm just saying, for if there's other reasons, I would. How would you feel about it?
Well, I would. First thing is that I think there will be better. It's going to be what I feel about it is going to be based in the history of knowing that many others didn't get the advantage. 2, I am getting it. Do I feel warm and fuzzy? Not necessarily.
I'd be conflicted.
But I would also say you have to pave the way for others, and not just African Americans, other minorities in general.
So okay.
I would take the step. Oh yeah, look.
Well, we already said we would take the step. How is the question? How would you feel?
I would have mixed feelings.
Why are you standing up there?
But I always say this: we can always sit there and look at how hard things are based on the time you grow up in. But you know who gives you a different window? Young folks go like, we didn't go through what you're going through right now. Can we just get in the club?
Well, PMC said, turn this mother out. Act a fool. Just run around. Just like that Kirsch commercial, the guy says, yeah, you get like a little certificate.
Right.
And he comes with a certificate. A certificate?
That's it.
That's it. Kicking, throwing stuff.
I know.
A certificate.
So here it is. Watch this. I'm going to put you guys in this moment of rating. When we rate performances, we rate based on whatever, big pimping, balling, upset, let down, AARP, and something for the ladies. So even though we didn't start this off with a picture moment, I'm going to have you do a double rating. Rate, don't listen, I'm laughing. Rate Hootie Johnson's move. And Hootie, that's the CEO of Augusta, man. I'm going to have to stop reminding you. And rate Condoleezza Rice. Are they both? Come on, man. You have to participate because this is big. For many people, this is big. For women, Mario, is this a big move? You're wrong. Okay, I want you guys to rate. Before we get there, balling, upset, let down, whatever, big pimping. For the ladies, AARP. Go with Hootie Johnson first. Hootie is the man that says, the good old boys club has always been this way. And it wasn't until 1990 that we let an African American in. And it took us only 22 years later.
Thank you, Master, for being so nice to us Negroes. We're so happy to come to your party and be a guest.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm too old.
Is it a letdown?
I'm too old. You have to ask somebody younger.
Is it a
That's
letdown?
going to be my attitude. Thank you, Massa, for allowing me to come and sit at your table.
You have to rate it.
AARP. I'm sorry. AARP.
He took the AARP.
It's old because they're old for them, old for me. We just gonna all need to just go on and die because this is not what we're gonna resolve. See, some of these things go away because the people get old and die. Okay. That's how it ends.
Okay.
And it's too late. You can't change us.
Okay, so
that's why I said I have an attitude. Thank you, Massa, for inviting me to your party.
Bar, just stop saying Massa. You're taking it back.
You're so kind. You're so kind to me, Massa.
Let me do this. Pretend like you got some 15 to 20, 25-year-old fans in the room, and they're like, hey, how do you want them to look at it as moving forward in their lifestyle as it relates to their youth? You're going to have that Massa attitude in front of them?
I want them to look at it like this. Thank you, Massa. Thank you, Massa.
Okay. And nobody's going to post this video anyway. All right, so let me just take it from here. Condoleezza Rice. Condoleezza Rice. Big pimping, balling, something for the ladies.
Something for the ladies.
Thank you. Thank you. All right?
Because y'all don't know who she is. And so you're going to look at her picture, go, Condoleezza. Oh, preemptive strike. Black woman, hit first.
See, come on.
Okay, that's a black woman who said hit first. Preemptive strike.
Wait a minute.
That's associated with I don't know if it's true, but it is said
What's the difference?
She's the one who pushed that policy.
Watch this. I'm gonna use this
with the Bush administration.
Watch this real quick, you guys. Condoleezza, he put something for the ladies, and he didn't give her AARP. I got to give you respect on that.
I said,
but let me give you this one.
Okay.
What's the difference in Colin Powell following Bush's orders as it relates to him being Secretary of State when he did that presentation?
Total difference based on his discussion of it.
Right. No. You don't have that.
Colin,
wait a minute. No, we're talking at the moment that it happens. You are standing on that moment. We understand the story.
So we're judging people's misconceptions. I have no idea. It would be open to your imagination. So misconceptions, that's why I don't know. The issue would be more what was the truth, right?
Right. And
what was not true.
And at the moment that he was serving, they did say, we haven't found them yet. That was a big claim to fame.
No, and the whole story of that is how he talks about it, and that whole. So that I have to give him for that, because I give him so much credit
because he comes
for the way he handled that. He handled that in a way that shows you that speaks to his integrity as an individual.
I got it.
That makes even a leftist person like me go, okay.
Why did I ask the hard question? Because
we can handle it.
They were both secretaries of state. They were both Republicans serving the master.
And they didn't necessarily agree. Remember, as Condoleezza said, preemptive strike.
Right.
Military people never say stupid shit like that. Because they know you got full-out war.
Okay, I want you guys to know that I'm going to keep this on sports. Notice how I press buttons and he starts to roll.
You're the one who put this. What kind of sports segment is this?
It's called New Sports. I forgot to tell you guys, it's New Sports, and New Sports is about the social wrappings around sports, and it may go there. That's the whole point. All right, let's go take you over to the point where I said, Tebow and Sanchez may not be enough, and one of the trending tweets is, Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow persona non grata against Super Bowl champs. That is, the New York Giants says you are not welcome here when you battle the champs.
Spanked them, but it doesn't count. That's preseason.
No, wait a minute.
But the fact that they can't get no offense going is a little disconcerting.
26-3.
It's a little disconcerting that they can't get any offense, and it's not just the passing attack.
Right.
It's Vic. It's offense. I mean, you can run, you can do a bunch of things.
Right.
It's making some ground.
I think they miss here. You guys, let me know. That's cold, PMC. Tebow is not a snorer. Let me just say that. Let me say this.
He's a pooper.
What we are learning so far about the New York Jets is that they had Sanchez behind a wonderful defense about 3 to 4 years ago. And he could actually hide without producing big yardage. He could pick and choose his points around a defense that was unbelievable. That defense has broken up, been spread apart since then. Now they have to become offensive because they don't have that same defensive pressure. Now you're finding out that even with Tebow Mania and Mark Sanchez, that because they have to be more offensive-minded to make up for the lack of defense, they've been exposed. And the production between two quarterbacks, you just tell me this. Was it a letdown, Mario, or whatever moment? Because it's
a letdown, but I think it's a question who's the letdown. See, first of all, I don't see it totally that way. Part of it has to do with the fact that I spread around the responsibility a little differently. to me, the issue with the Jets has been an issue with their offensive coordinators and their approach. So I don't just hang it on the quarterbacks, Vic. I really don't.
I know.
To me, first of all, I'm a little old school in that I believe in a strong running attack, to just help set up things. Unless you really have an awesome Peyton Manning or somebody where it can really be totally that secondary.
Right.
But I think, and to me, Vic, it's because they do poorly in these other areas. Like they had some special team issues.
Right.
Okay. And the fact that they can't establish a running attack clearly. And so they're not showing me discipline.
Right.
And so then that looks to be a different issue, Vic. And that's why I don't just point it to the quarterbacks. I really see it as an issue, their offensive coordinators and their offensive strategy.
Well, let me tell you something, you guys. I'm not drinking alcohol. And what you guys should do, part of New Sportz, is to realize, why would a man who went to Howard University give me a glass that says UCLA alumni
They gave it to me. They treat me really nice, the UCLA people.
UCLA and Howard University, how you going to spell?
UCLA people, they treat you nice, though. They do. They give you little gifts. They do. I'm just saying.
You can't do that.
I'm just saying. I love my Howard. I'm not talking bad about Howard.
All right. But
let me go. PMC had one suggestion.
What is that?
He said that Tebow needs to pray harder for the game.
You know what? Wait a minute.
That's cold.
No, you're going to.
That sounds a little cynical.
It is, but it's true.
From PMC.
Look,
when they cynical.
If you go against a preseason game, and let the next game in the preseason role is going to be predominantly played by the starter. So when you guys want to watch,
Vic, why can't they run some? Vic, why can't they run successfully?
They don't have the same.
To me,
offensive line is damaged.
Exactly. Okay, see, here's my issue. Build a damn offensive line.
They did.
Then block. Okay.
Money.
Then go on and have a running attack, and then both of these you could have Sanchez, and then still bring in Tebow with the Wildcat for certain special situations.
I love what
it could be good, but you need discipline, and unfortunately, it looks like they don't have it.
What do you get? Watch this, smiling effortlessly. What do you get when you have two quarterbacks that are not known for throwing? Two quarterbacks that's not known for throwing.
I think. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to deal with they not know. I think they need to be. I know you got people who are known for winning,
right?
Really. Right. So then I look at their offensive coordinators.
Well, look, it's preseason. The doctrine is not set, but everybody knows it wasn't as bad with the quarterbacks. They just couldn't convert third downs, and they couldn't move down the field. What they got exposed with early in the season, and you can't hide behind this, and they say this is so true. Because of the nature of an offensive line, you know what you're getting from them because the complexity, and they are terribly weak.
So if they're terribly weak, how good can the quarterbacks be?
That's exactly
See, this was my thing. I don't care who's back there right now, right? They can have, anybody you want back there now, and they would still be getting their ass kicked. Okay,
That's right.
So there I go to the leadership of the team.
I got you.
So I have to hold the coach and the management.
I got you
for this, Vic, and that's why I think it's so unfair that it falls down to these guys. I go okay, to me, why isn't whenever they do this quarterback thing so why isn't your team one of those teams that does great defense and you have a wonderful running attack so that your quarterbacks who aren't as good get to play a little decent role? They could be Joe Flacco,
right? You know what? And I think the part of it is that who's good at this. If we had paid attention to, and I was listening to a coach say yesterday when he was talking, and it was a broadcast announcer. He says, "You don't realize how valuable the fantasy sports followers are." They joked about these are probably cats that really don't have to work a regular day job, but they do the study of all these situations that you actually follow in a way. It's like them interning on a professional team. They pull the data away so you can get these questions answered about who is going to be in your best position for factors that we don't consider here. Because at New Sportz, we're not taking you down the line and telling you the matchups, basically, a lot of the weight of the individual football player. We're trying to get the philosophy who we believe is going to win and who's going to lose. If you look at their early season progress, you look at Indianapolis and look at Andrew Luck and say, wow, man, you know what? You know how to recover, even though you threw one or two picks. But you knew how to move the ball downfield. Tebow and Sanchez still got that problem. They had that problem before.
Why can't they just hand off the ball and keep moving the offense? See, that's all. See, because you have no running attack, that means that these quarterbacks, the defensive linemen get to come full bore, full blast,
and
they already are weak, so they're not going to be able to do well with an undisciplined offense.
It's
Fix that.
Think about it. And it goes with the whole team as a team. You look at I look forward to the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh. Yeah, PMC, Pittsburgh Steelers, because they have a doctrine of saying we plug in the people to fit a model of success that give us the greatest outcome.
You know what I like about certain teams? Disciplined approach.
Yeah.
Certainly seems to be disciplined, doesn't it? I don't know if Rex, is disciplined or not.
Right.
But things look undisciplined.
Very much so.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's the impression.
No, you're right. All right, you guys, let's take it over here because we already said that right now the Jets, Sanchez, Tebow is a letdown. We thought we'd get more production out of it. But let's take it over to Mario's dream fantasy woman sports athlete of the year.
She's not my dream. I just like Hope Solo. Come on.
No, wait a minute.
She'll take me out. She'll buy.
Stop declining before I sit back and set the story up.
I like Hope. I got your back.
PMC. Talk to Mario Wise, do the setup. He's trying to block what I think is the flavor of a woman he really gets behind named Hope Solo. But let me give you the wrap on it. She got a book campaign going out.
Good.
You know that it's successful.
I'm going to get it.
Because it has those moments. But here it is. She takes the best parts, which is intentionally pulled out because that's the smart way to go, and give you the bites that's going to bring you in. So you guys tell me, what are you more interested in? She says on the lead-in on the story here, Hope Solo kisses girl, gets slapped, blast Brandy Christian, and then the coup de grace is, you know what? In 2007, broken, depressed, gay teammates, I made out, I was straight. Which one?
What does made out mean?
She says she made out with a girl.
But I wouldn't know what made out means.
But it doesn't matter.
It matters a lot to me.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute.
Does it matter to you, PMC?
Wait a minute.
Mac? I think it matters. I think it matters. I want to know what they did.
Wait a minute.
Did she take a dive?
Which topic in that title?
I went to the topic that most interested me.
Which one?
Did Hope get some head?
Yeah, okay.
That's the most. I just said it.
Can't you just?
Oh, we want to know. Who wants to know what she did and with who? That's what I want to know. I want to know. She said I made out.
Wait a minute.
Did you tongue French kiss?
Okay, wait a minute.
And who? Did you feel some breasts? Did they feel you? I want to know what happened. Shoot.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this.
Give us some wood.
Let me ask you this. First of all, we need to have people who will follow the show, not run from it. So let's just sit there and do this. I know Mario is always twisted on the sports.
PMC, what do you want to know?
Well, let me set it up. Wait a minute. Let me set it up for him. PMC, you tell me what you want to know. She got a quote.
Back to.
She says, Brandy Christian, I don't think she's knowledgeable about the game. Solo said on ESPN First Take that was a reference to the book and that she's actually throwing somebody under the bus. Or do you want to know about the slap? Or do you want to know I made out? Or do you want to know how depressed she was? Tell me which one, and then let Mario tell.
I wish Norman was here. I know which one he would pick. Norman said, I know which one Norman would pick. Y'all know what Norman would pick.
I already know what PMC's going to hit. I already know. You guys are deviants.
PMC, we are. Thank you, Philip, for coming clean.
So wait a minute.
I knew you were with me. We're all nasty. Mac, too, y'all know what we want to know.
Wait a minute.
We want to be able to be the fly on the wall. I'm being real quiet, just watching.
That's cold. That's cold. You know what? Let me say this. This is not right. I just want. My point is to sit there and say, let's rank what is the reason for success or failure with this book. You got to say is our girl Hope Solo, because of how she set this campaign up. Is she balling?
She's balling.
It's not let down, right?
No.
It's not a whatever.
It's balling. It's something for the ladies.
Something for the ladies.
It reflects young folks just don't see. They more open than we were. We thought we were in the love the one. They way open. Yeah, I did gay. I had gay night. So here's a video.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
That's why. So what can I say? I can't say. Hey. It's the Pepsi generation.
So what's your rating on it?
It's
just for the ladies.
It's just for the ladies and it's balling.
Okay, for the ladies and it's balling. And let me say this: if you want to sell a book and you need to bring out the points, it's always easy to say here's the first 5. But when you get to that one where you said I kissed a girl, and it's a girl saying that, because a guy couldn't get away with a book sale saying I kissed her.
I don't have no secrets to reveal.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Right. So let me go on to do this. Bottom line, Hope, if you had to come out with a book and what you did, I got to give it to you.
Look at that. Look at that.
Hey, look.
She got good teeth.
I think she is strategically successful. We'll monitor the book on its sales and see what happens.
Yeah, go on, Hope, baby.
All right.
Got your back, baby.
Everybody wonders how can a team also get so much pub and play even through losing seasons and have a doctrine to know that they don't want to share any conference revenues because they're on their own team. And Notre Dame has proven the model that you can lose and still win, and we're not sharing anything.
They're going on reputation.
That's right.
Kind of like me.
So here it is. I'm telling you guys, I like this. Notre Dame to display the new Shamrock jersey versus the Miami Hurricanes. The helmet is half gold and half blue with a Fighting Irish mascot on the blue side. When you take a closer look at this, and of course I believe, to me, the idea that you have that half helmet, that whole look, the photo on the right, our right, maybe your left, to me, I like it, Mario. I mean, I like the jersey.
Do the Irish really want to be still known for fighting?
I like the jersey.
In 2012.
Dude, first of all, we're
fighting Irish. Is that kind of a slur now today? The fighting. Like they're insinuating that Irish people are inherently violent.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's cool. Into 2012.
Do you like the jersey?
No, I don't like the jersey.
Okay, so it's not big pimping? Not balling?
No, it's not for me. I don't.
Letdown?
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. It's just not. You know what, Vic? They're starting to add all these advertising on the damn jersey. I noticed that on the WNBA the other day.
Right.
All over the shirt, right? All up on the chest.
Right.
And like they looking like the jersey starting to look like a NASCAR body job.
I actually like multiple advertisers.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I like that, dude.
All right.
I do. I sit there and say that's the age we're in. Go look at the old videos.
I don't know if I want to
football,
see Viagra on the chest of the female
plain,
athlete.
Plain. Everything looked plain. Man.
All right. I guess okay. I'll let it go.
Okay. So
I'll try to like it.
Okay, but not.
This is still ugly, and he doesn't look like fit. He looks like a football player. Why they got some dude with no muscles in the?
Wonder if he's a defensive back.
Looks like a statue.
Wonder if he's a defensive back.
Then he still look weak. He need to get some chest.
All right, then go on and rate it. What is it? Is it a letdown?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where is it?
I'm saying this. It's hard to rate it as big pimping and balling when it's just the jersey because you still got to win.
I don't even like the lettering.
I mean, I
don't like the pants.
When we see it live against the Miami Hurricanes, we're going to find out.
Yeah, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't get it.
I like it, man. I do.
Okay.
I do. I like the helmet, man. I like the helmet.
Okay.
All right, you guys. You know what? My next story makes it easier. Just think of this. You're a prisoner, and you say, I want a cat. She says, I want a cat. And you send a message to LeBron. So you say, I want a cat, former Osama bin Laden translator. That's his quote. And message to LeBron James. Now, don't get it twisted.
What the hell kind of story is this? You got a former... I don't understand.
Wait a minute. Let me get it. Let me finish it.
Okay.
Now,
and then you got a LeBron picture up here.
Wait a minute.
So I'm really confused.
Now, see, the part that I love about this, I am a messenger. I don't create this stuff. So
creating.
Wait a minute. This story, I may have messed with a little bit of the language because they had to do a large description of it. But really what it is two messages in one. What happened was this guy, he's a prisoner, former Osama bin Laden, translator. So he sent a message through his attorney, and his attorney says, a lot of prisoners are getting cats. I want a cat. Then, in addition, he sends a message to LeBron James, although 2 or 3 years removed, saying he's a bad man for leaving Cleveland. So I want to know what's the main topic here that you're more interested in. What the hell are all those prisoners doing with cats? And are they calling them the name I think they're calling them?
I'm most interested in who Hope Solo made out with.
Wait a minute.
And what they did.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Damn, I'm still back there on Hope Solo. Let me go back one more time.
Wait a minute. No,
there she is. I made out. I was straight. Damn, okay. All right, what were you saying? Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was back with that story.
Wait a minute. I find it very interesting. First question I get into, it's not a LeBron issue. He just happened to include that in his letter.
He can't have a cat. You know, what do they say? In some prisons, they whip your ass just for asking for shit.
Wait a minute.
They go like, what did you... Whap! Don't ask. If you ask, you may get ass whipped.
Wait a minute. if a man includes you in look, think about LeBron. He's sitting there going, you know, I have everybody talking about the championship MVP, the best player all time versus Michael Jordan, Dream Team versus versus current team. And then I get thrown in with a prisoner
he don't want to be part of this.
Says,
right.
I want a cat.
This is part of see, people in Cleveland still pissed off that some Cleveland person probably put this story together.
No, it comes
still
directly.
mad.
It comes from the prisoner.
They probably put it in his mind because they mad, the Cleveland people. And that's all I can say, Vic. They mad.
All right.
Haters.
Rate the story then.
This is full of shit story. What was that? Whatever. So whatever.
Wait a minute. I actually think
whatever.
I think this. Let me tell you this much. The Cleveland part I can understand him coming late on because he's in prison. 2, PMC, I don't give a damn if you're snoring. 3, the idea that you sit here and go, I want a cat. You guys should be thinking,
where do you get these things from?
Where is this guy?
I had nothing to do with this.
Can I find out why the prisoners who are fighting for their rights get cats?
I think everybody could use a cat. That gets back to the Pussy Riot story.
Okay, so we know what this story is. I say it's whatever. It's a whatever. And that's all I can say. I can't say he's balling. It's not big pimping until I know why you guys need cats. That's all I can say. So
you would have to be there to understand. If you don't know, we can't explain it to you.
Okay, Mario, I can't help it, man. I think I'm gonna have to save my last story because you just can't trump that one. Because it's not on New Sports, and I don't have time to elaborate.
And you have a picture either.
No. I actually was going to go into this other story, but it's going to take too long.
Well, you also didn't mention that Jenny McCarthy broke up with Brian Urlacher.
That ain't no big deal, man.
That's
not a big deal.
She said she's not going to shave for Playboy.
We already...
Poor Brian.
Okay, who cares about it?
I care. That's why I thought it was deep and heavy.
Okay.
It was weighing heavy on my heart.
Let me ask you this. And I don't mean to have any disrespect to all of you guys. Do you prefer hair or no hair?
Bush. Push in the bush.
See what I'm saying? And I
Ladies
was
and
actually
gentlemen,
talking about the top of your head.
That's Victor Allen, the bald-headed man, bringing you the new sports. Hot, sexy, and bald-headed. That's where they bring it. Yeah.